Hello, it's Tommy Oldham here, Tom all day. When I'm had 7 days, it's been away wins at both Chesterfield and at Barnet. Definitely have a drink to that. Let's have a quick recap of some of the scenes, the photos from the last few days. It's a good feel, back-to-back wins, winning ways, 2 wins against teams at the top half of the table, both challenging for promotion, although it's more likely playoffs because we know Wrexham, Notts County are running away with it.
Magnus Norman, Magnus Norman, Magnus Norman, Magnus Norman, Magnus Norman. Super Frankie Rothwell, Super Frankie Rothwell,
Magnificent scenes there, all buzzing that away in at Chesterfield. If you summed it up with a song title, Phil Collins is In the Air Tonight, be up there, but the players, the fans embracing each other. I'll admit I actually missed the first goal and came in just as the celebrations become full time. The non-playing staff from the offices, off the pitches, celebrating with the fans. That's what you want. Everyone together, everyone on the same wavelength, everyone embracing this love, this passion for Oldham Athletic. It was just great seeing from Barnet. Big thanks to Bradley Knowles, Nicky Jones and Simon Prendy for sending me some extra footage to include for today's video. Onwards now. What a great win it was at Barnet on Tuesday night. You can see the players are now growing in confidence. The team is starting to gel more, working with each other, showing more fight, raising the game. We're winning them second balls, we're winning them headers, looking more threatening in attack, and the midfield's looking a bit stronger where earlier on, looking lightweight. The defence is improving. Hogan and Kitchen the last 2 games have been outstanding. Sutton has fitted in well. Obviously, you saw Kitchen's go against Barnet, Shelton's against Maidstone. We're transferring from the training pitch now into the games, and that's what I like to see. How often have these short corners have done absolutely nothing, whether it's a pain in the arse at times where you just think you want to get it in the box. Obviously, Fondop's scored again, and to me, people criticise, but as long as he's scoring goals, that's the main thing. Nuttall's still a working project. Reed's looking tidy, and I think Reed and Fondop, me, it's a striking partnership I push forward on. Obviously, Tollett's not played the last few games, but there's always an alternative to look at him and try him in attack. He has got speed. That's one thing we've seen about him. Peter Clark, Mr. Reliable, got the winner the other night. It's just good to see the mentality's not like a red strop now. We'll go out, we win the match, we kill the teams off, we score goals. Obviously, I'm not saying it's all perfect. The thing with Oldham is we don't want to get our hopes up too high. How often do we come crashing back down to earth? It happens quite a lot, but for me, consistently, see, I like what's happening. It's a working project, I said. People talking about us doing a Grimsby. I would love nothing more than for us to challenge and make a late push for the playoffs. But for me now, I'm happy just to push up, climb the table. Let's see what happens. Obviously, there's still a lot of football to be played before now and the end of the season. I think Magnus Norman deserves some praise. I'm actually glad he signed a new deal as well till 2025. Don't get me wrong, I like Ripley. I like Hewson. It's nice to have our own keeper, someone we know that's confident behind the sticks, who will work with the defence. Another penalty save the other night. The saves he made against Barnet and against Chesterfield. Early in the season, it did take some flack off some fans, and I may have been the odd critic, but I remember we was lost at Woking, and I said before them goals, the saves he was making, and people don't always see that, but at least now, with a settled defence, we're getting the best of him. Gareth Southgate, if we make Euro 2024, get him in the squad, even if it's just for penalty shootouts, as Sue Sam from the Oldham Times wrote the other day in a headline, not all heroes wear capes, they wear gloves. Although I did put the meme about Frank and his flat caps, but just keep on going, Magnus. And the fact people asking about his shirt and there's not enough demand shows how fans have took to him. Shout out to the Her Game 2 girls today, Andrea, Sammy, Dawn, Lauren and Alison. Today they're going to be promoting it at the Boreham Wood match. Fair play to the girls, who've done a lot of work. Some people saying, oh, what's the point of it? Well, I look at it this way. Our fan base is growing. For years, there's many girls that have watched Oldham. I know half of them, most of them are okay. A couple of them can be pains in the arse. Expect to get strangled at the games today. But you look at what's happening down the road with City and our United winning a trophy. When we play Liverpool in the FA Cup, the amount of lads who knows missus tagged along, our sisters. But we want these fans to come each week. We still need bums on seats. And Her Game 2, yeah, they're kicking out abuse, which I'm all for, but it's little things like making sure they've got decent toilets, decent facilities, the work they do in the community. I know fathers that take their daughters to game. There's a lot more younger girls alongside the lads at football now, and I just think any incentive to help get more fans through that turnstile can only be a good thing. I still wind them up and take the piss as I do, because that's just me, general, as a laugh, but you know what I mean, and good luck today. If you see them, give them the thumbs up, and like you said, we all have mums, some have sisters, some have daughters. You want to bring into the game, you want them to enjoy themselves. Fair play, good luck on your efforts. When we played Maidstone, I got talking to 3 lads from Croatia in the fans bar. They supported some lower level Croatian team I'd actually not heard of before, despite my vast range of football and knowledge. In the fans bar today, there'll be some lads over from Holland. I think there's 3 of them. They come over each year. They'll be with me. They'll be with Tony Feely. Come and say hello. Come talk to them. I love their enthusiasm they have for coming watching Oldham. It shows Oldham international in the world of Colmore. There's a little bit of Oldham everywhere, everywhere. There's a little bit of Oldham everywhere, everywhere. A shout out to Neil Greenwood on Twitter, whose son for World Book Day went to school as Frank Rothwell. What a brilliant costume. I thought it was brilliant. It's up there with the guy who went Brighton many years ago, just as Ian Marshall for his stag do, and Martin Barlow at the end of the season who went as well to Walsall away, just as Lee Johnson. Fair play, pal. The photos on air afterwards, so you can all have a look. I think it's only right to pay tribute to the late commentator John Motson, or Motti as he was known to most people. I never met him. I did actually have a ticket for a Q&A, but couldn't get the night off work. But growing up, especially during the glory years for Oldham, he was the voice of football, him alongside the late Brian Moore. His commentary when McCarthy scored that goal at United when we lost 3-2. The bastard semi-final with that goal by you-know-who, but when Poynton scored, or the save Haworth made, he taught football. He was always enthusiastic. And do you know what, Motti? Many commentators nowadays don't have a patch on the likes of you, Brian Moore, Peter Drury, Barry Davies, but fair play. When I look back on these games, the memories, you were part of it, you helped soul football to me. Rest in peace, Motti. That sheepskin coat will never be forgotten you wore at Cambridge. And finally, today's opponents are Boreham Wood, who haven't lost in 11 games, their last defeat being against Barnet. They don't score many, they don't concede many. As a Wrexham fan told me, they're ugly to watch. I didn't go to the game at their place this year, but from what people said, there weren't anything that really stood out. I think we'll win today. I'm confident we will. The team on the pitch are looking better. The defence looking more organised, have grown in confidence. Don't let them score one, because we know they'll throw 11 men behind the ball and we'll revert to all sorts of tactics. Break them down, get the goal. You know what? Win today, it's 3 in a row. We want 3 points and I'm going to go for 3-1. 3 today is the magic number. See you all on the terraces. Come on, Oldham.